It's the mugshot heard round the world, folks.
Wow.
It's the mugshot heard round the world. It's Donald Trump's mugshot. It's the biggest photo ever.
He looks hot, dude.
It's the biggest deal ever. The number of articles written about this, the number of times we're going to see this forever and ever and ever. He looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks
They
amazing.
knew this was going to happen. He's done this pose 1,000 times. He knew exactly what he was doing. People are like mad about his like weight, that he said he was like 6'3" and 215 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, they think he's lying about his weight, which he probably
It's probably
is.
like 240.
Well, the last time he did a physical at the White House, he was 243 pounds.
I can eyeball a man and know how much he weighs.
So I guess they're purporting that he's lost 30 pounds, which I don't think is true.
Whatever.
I mean, here's the thing. Would you rather him tell the truth about his weight? Would you? I mean, really think about that before you answer. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Republican, Democrat, whatever. Would you rather him tell the truth about what he is? Because that is very representative of us on the world stage. If Donald Trump is fat, we're all fat.
Yeah.
Right? Whoever your president is, very reflective on the entire country at large. And here's the other thing about Trump that I will say. He is fat a little, okay? But he is not perceived as fat. And the reason I thought about this, I was thinking about it. I was like, Ron DeSantis, right? He's lost a lot of weight. He's like gotten into shape or whatever. He used to be a little tubbier. But he's like a mentally fat person. Like I look at Ron DeSantis and I think of him as fat. I'll always think of him as fat. It doesn't matter how thin he gets. I'll always think of him as fat.
Yeah, big boy.
But Donald Trump is fat, and I'll never think of him as fat.
No.
And the same as Biden, right? Look at this. Look at the way this applies. Biden is old, okay? But here's the other thing. Yes, he's older than Bernie and than Trump, but by a pretty marginal amount, I would say. Biden, you feel his age, right?
Yeah.
You really feel his age. Trump and Bernie, you never felt like they were old, despite the appearance of Bernie, despite the age, despite the fact that they're in their 70s. We never felt that at all. They're sharp as tacks, right?
Yeah.
But Biden, you feel it. Like even 7 or 8 years ago, you saw an interview from Biden. He was far more coherent and, you know, it was very easily discernible, like what he was trying to say or any kind of point he was trying to get across. And then they're saying he has like some speech impediment or something, which is a complete lie. I'm like, well, I guess he didn't have a speech impediment when he debated Sarah Palin about gay people in 2008. I guess he didn't have it then, you know, but he fucking has it now. No, it doesn't work
Bush
that way.
had a speech impediment.
Yeah, it's called being retarded.
Yeah, he was like, damn, goddamn.
Yeah. No disrespect. He's
Being a retarded war criminal.
yeah. It's called You're Not President. Your VP and your Secretary of Defense are
Everybody
are
forgets
running
George
the show.
Bush. God, Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush. I mean, Donald Trump embarrassed Jeb Bush in a way that he will never probably emotionally
That's the
ever
thing.
recover
Mad
from.
Magazine was embarrassing Jeb Bush like years before.
Well, Jeb Bush was embarrassing Jeb Bush.
Yeah,
Okay?
Jeb Bush has always been a loser. What does he think he's doing going toe to toe with Trump?
Nobody
He was
knows.
psychopath.
Nobody knows.
Everybody
Bush
was
had
so
way more.
embarrassing.
I hate to say it, but he had way more likability than Jeb ever did.
Oh yeah,
and,
for sure.
You know, now watch this drive.
That was, I mean, his
one of the
dad
best.
did that.
It was
first.
that was a Trump level moment.
Yeah, now
for
watch this
Bush.
drive.
Now watch this drive. I mean, God, was that amazing. He had some good gaffes, Bush, right? But again, it doesn't hold a candle to Trump in terms of like entertainment value and like. I am excited. Like, I'm excited for a complete shit show. I'm so excited for this reality show we're about to get. I'm also deeply terrified, but I have to laugh at it because it's like, I'm also not really that terrified. I don't know. It's like,
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. But, him being 250, I believe him when he says he's 215 pounds. I know he isn't, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm choosing.
He's like,
I'm choosing to believe him.
underweight.
Yeah.
I am a healthy weight.
Yeah, I've never been fat a day in my life.
No, Diet
can't do
Coke.
his voice,
I drink
really.
Diet Coke.
Oh, it's Diet Pepsi.
Pepsi.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful photo. This will be framed for many people. I think it's gonna be on T-shirts. What is that? Your espresso Italiano?
Oh, my little guy, my little boo boo
in our
here.
in our Patreon episode, it ended up being an entire hour on stand-up comedy. I don't even know how we could have possibly done an entire hour on stand-up
about Saddam Hussein on the next Patreon.
Yeah, John did his first 10 minutes as a stand-up
5.
comedian on our last episode, and boy, was it atrocious.
It was great. It was so good. I'm killing 90% of fools out there
It was
with pure wit.
I wasn't even able.
I get up there, I go.
I wasn't even able to decipher what you were trying to say, or
mimicking.
I wasn't even able to tell at what point anything was supposed to be a joke.
It was very rough. It was very rough. It was very rough. I need to work it out. But, you know, I will get there. I'll give a type 5 on Saddam Hussein. It was 10 minutes.
Awesome. And it was like so bad.
I'm learning
that it was
more
good.
and more.
It was actually like camp.
How
like
fucking dare
you?
How fucking dare you, you son of a bitch. Fucking
I gotta say, as bad as it was wildly better than everything I've seen come out on HBO.
Yeah, if I got up on HBO and I was like, listen, Uday Hussein, the CIA tried to make him look like he had AIDS. And then crowd bursts into laughter.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it was tragic.
It was me doing the Joker at the end of fucking the Joker when he's saying things that aren't funny, and you're
I'm the late night host.
Yeah, you're Robert De Niro going, that's not very funny.
Yeah, and then my head gets blown off.
It's not that funny.
Who dies again in that scene?
The fucking talk show host.
That's
shot in the head.
right. Well, I don't want to die.
No, I would never do that. I was about to buy a handgun the other day too. Which did.
No, well, don't do that.
I will. I will own the gun.
Did you ever see the? Oh God, I wish I could show it to you.
What?
It's on YouTube. I wonder if I can show it to you. I'm gonna just show it to you really fast. It's about Joe Biden, so it is pertinent to what we're talking about. Okay, no more yawning.
It's hard to stop, you know.
Yeah, we'll stop. I don't care.
I had to get sensitive with my yawns and my farts.
Well, you know, we're doing a show.
I laid a naughty fart at the beginning of this.
Oh, dude, John literally ripped at the very beginning of the show. He ripped.
Can I play the audio for the?
Oh yeah, please.
Of
he recorded
reaction?
me without.
Whenever
even
Ida
realizing.
reacts to my farts,
well,
I
I just like
it
was one of those
funny.
really rude ones where he didn't even tell me it was coming, and I had to accuse him, and he had to be like, I don't know, I might have farted,
Okay,
and I was like,
you ready?
And it was like a bomb went off in here.
Here.
Don't you dare film me right now! I'm traumatized.
Oh God, I sound awful. I was traumatized. It was really
traumatized.
Yeah, that's when I figured out he was filming it. It was horrific. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really kind of landing on a little thick right there, but it was really, really horrendous. Okay, so this is
Deal with it.
This is the best thing. I don't even remember what it's called.
God, who's that Arab fucking Post Malone down there?
That's a Mexican man, John.
Whatever.
John called Italians and black people the same thing in our last episode. It was astounding.
Based. Come at me.
Oh,
Let's go Italy-o Americans.
No.
Fucking debate me, dude.
I want to play this video so bad. If I can please find it. It's 25 seconds, and if they get mad at me for airing this, I hope this doesn't knock my YouTube channel. You know what? I'm just gonna play it on my phone.
Do it.
So that because if I play it on here, they're gonna get mad at me.
It'll be harder.
It'll be harder.
Is that Weezer?
If anyone
Blue
has
album,
I'm sure you've seen this already, but this is from 2 years ago. If you guys haven't seen it, just look up Weezer Joe Biden featuring Caleb.
okay. A great album.
It's such a great album. It's the Blue album.
What the fuck? I can't believe you have the balls to play that on here.
Isn't that awesome?
Ooh-wee. Wait. Don't say it.
Yeah. Shit, I almost
us.
did just say it.
It's crazy YouTube has that up.
Oh,
God.
and I'm just texting my friend and because I've sent him the
You're
video
just
and I'm like,
texting him
I just
that?
text him in the middle of the day. Oh,
You text him that you're gonna get fucking smoked, dude. You're gonna flashbang grenade.
I don't say the second line. I just say, and he knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, good. Yeah. They'll fucking come to your house, dude. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, they did to that Flores kid.
Oh, dude, I'm surprised I haven't gotten a knock yet.
Flores kid. Like, what is his first name? Do you know who I'm talking about? Well, you're not gonna get a knock. You would love to get a knock. You would be so inviting and hospitable to them. You would make them a bolognese.
I'd be like, where are we meeting?
I mean, if the FBI or any sort of police agency or any kind of cop or anybody with any sort of authority showed up at John's house, he would literally make himself like available to them, and he would be as helpful to them. Like, you would accidentally give away my address if I was like hiding out somewhere to the CIA or to the FBI. You would completely smoke me.
What I would do is, this is my plan if I ever get a knock, right? So they show up, right? You have to make them think you're so retarded it's impossible for you to complete any plan they possibly think you have.
It's actually not a bad strategy.
You show up and then you go, I'm on these pills. My doctor's got me on these pills.
Oh no, John's gonna do an impression, and they're gonna see right through it.
Come on in, and then you sit down and you go, "You want some coffee?" And then you just shit yourself.
Here's what you should do. Here's what you should do. Yeah, you should fart and then film their reaction.
And you go, "I'm sorry." And you pretend you have a limp like Kaiser Sose. You're like, "Why are you like? Well, you think I'm gonna do what? I can't really think. I can't even."
Here's how you get rid of them if they show up at your house. You do your Saddam bit for them.
I show up and go, listen, guys.
You say, hey guys, you guys are the perfect audience for this. Would really love to bend your ear about this.
I'm licking my fingers and thumbing through my notebook, going, listen, guys, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet.
Now, what if I try it this way?
The Battle of Basra. What do you guys know about that?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Are you guys big stand-up fans? Have you ever heard of the Joe Rogan Experience?
And I go, the Joe Rogan by day, Tree by night, blah, blah, blah.
Are you guys clocking in at Chang's over there at Langley? You guys clocking in at Chang's over there?
Or at Langley? What if they were? They're like, I would actually love to hear your bit.
I know a homeless cat when I see one, pal. And I see you with your badge, and I see you with your accolades and your credentials. But I know you're clocking it at Chang's.
I'm on these pills. They make me all foggy.
I have to show you later the best video on that advertisement. You know, the POC, like CIA recruit video.
Best.
There's one that I cannot play on here, but I have to show you this thing later. Just remind me, you're gonna love it. It's very in the vein of the OEU. You literally can't even say it. I don't know how they got away with that on YouTube, but we can't play like
Cuckoo
Rupi Kaur on NBC without like it being a big deal.
Oh God,
milk and honey.
Can you believe we've gotten this? We were supposed to talk about Trump. We've abandoned him. We've abandoned our leader.
Bring me my boy.
Our king.
Look at how hot he is.
He is, and he is hot. I'm sorry.
Look at him. He's like,
I'm sorry. I'm not even voting. I don't believe in any.
What's
of
better,
this
mugshot or Mel Gibson's mugshot?
I might vote for him out of fun, like just for like
Mel
fun.
Gibson, they both
it won't
hot.
matter. But no, I'm not going to do.
You know, Mel Gibson in that mugshot, he asked for water to put in his hair so he could slick it back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And dude,
pull that mugshot up real quick. It's one of the best.
You're so obsessed with Mel Gibson.
Love Mel.
Are you anti-Semitic?
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
I am not.
Go to mug. You got to look up mugshot. He's
Sorry,
a celebrity.
I was so distracted by your big declaration a second ago.
Let's see.
Oh, wee you.
Look at him. Look at that first. Look at this. No, the second one. The second one's the one he was talking where he looks slick.
Oh yeah,
look at him.
He looks drunk as fuck.
Oh, he's wasted.
He looks.
But he's like, "How you doing?"
He looks like the kind of guy that's like, you're so wasted. The cop pulls you over. You pretend like you've never had a drink in your life.
Yeah,
You're like trying so
sick
hard.
shirt.
Yeah, he looks out of his mind. You know, sad, as the great Donald J. Trump would say. Sad.
Fulton County Jail.
Fulton County. Yeah, nobody had ever even heard of them until.
It's in Georgia, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Until the big election. I mean, listen, he looks great. He's super photogenic. I heard that he modeled this photo after the very famous Winston Churchill photo from the Battle of Britain, so Winston Churchill had a portrait done after that was very, because typically your leaders would, I guess.
Oh, I think I know that picture.
He's scowling. It's a very famous scowl, and apparently Donald Trump is like really obsessed with this photo.
He's like, I love Winston Churchill. I love him so much. I love how he drank gin.
Listen to this. Wait,
that picture.
This famous photo.
Oh yeah, it's a great photo of him. He's like, I'm fucking fat.
I am fat.
I'm drinking cognac and smoking cigars, and it's making me fat.
I'm a brilliant blob.
I'm incredibly racist.
Brilliant blob.
Look at him. He looks like he does look like a bulldog. That's what I look like.
He looks so fat. Who does he remind you of?
Me.
No.
Look at him.
No, you don't sag in quite the way he's.
I will when I'm his age. I'm gonna be a saggy fuck.
No, he's sagging in a different way. All right, look at him. He's a tubby boy. That's a big boy.
Oh yeah, him naked would be a nightmare.
I have half a mind to pinch him like a fat raccoon or something.
Yeah, he goes. What the frick?
Oh,
Are you get out of here, you fucking cocksuckers?
Next.
Ew.
Next.
Right, let's see.
The thing about Trump is that you're no matter what you do, even if he doesn't win, right? Which I really think he could.
Don't think he's gonna not win, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting different things. I asked a few different people what they thought.
I'm a big Vivek
One of them
guy
I'm
now.
going to try to get on the show, actually. A Vivek. Yeah, you know
Vivek
what,
guy now.
John? You're wrong for that.
Love Sean Ryan. Love our CIA
And I
guys.
understand why, but you know why you're wrong for that? You know why? Because you're easily swindled if you've been swindled by Vivek. And I like Vivek. I say this as somebody who would definitely go on a date or two with the guy. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I don't think he's attractive. But, I don't know why I even said that. Here's
Very good, Ida. Yes,
I don't know
continue.
why I said that. He's great, but he's not honest. He's not
What are you talking about?
honest.
He's the most honest guy on earth.
That's crazy
Most
to
honest
say
guy on
that.
earth.
That's crazy to
Super
say
honest.
that. You're so
honest.
impressionable.
So honest.
And see, now you're trying to save it
Listen to
by
one
feigning
Sean Ryan
sarcasm, but the
episode.
first time you said it, you meant it.
Listen to one Sean Ryan episode. I'm all about Vivek now.
Yeah,
dude.
you're like
all
one.
about it. He
one
hit the pods hard, dude.
He did it. He did an interview with the spook. You
the
won't. The
Spook. Listen to
only
one
interview
Spook
you listened
podcast.
to was the one that he was being interviewed by a literal CIA adjacent person. But Vivek is. Here's the thing. He's buckling with the Israel thing. He's saying the right thing about Israel, saying we shouldn't be funding them essentially.
brother.
But then when he's grilled about it, but with Sean Hannity, he deflects. He's like, "Oh no, I didn't really fully mean that.
Well, he's
I
being
just
smart.
meant." He said I just meant that we should treat Israel like every other country. Eventually, that's the goal. I'm not saying we would cut off their funding. And I'm like, but that's what you meant when you said it, and that is what should happen.
You said we shouldn't
should
defend
cut
Israel.
off their funding. They're
Yeah.
extremely developed, and they certainly don't need our help. It almost begs the
Yeah.
question: why do we keep sending, boatloads of money? But then again, why are we doing that to Ukraine as well? So it's. We obviously have other interests outside of the ones that we're disclosing to the public. And when grilled about that by Sean Hannity, who is Donald Trump's foremost, media favorite, I would say. It's definitely Hannity's his fave. He's kind of given in to the fact that Tucker is just extremely popular and probably likes Tucker on some personal level, but is probably wary of him.
Me and Tucker hang out.
Yeah, me and Tucker hang. But ultimately, Vivek, I don't know what his motives are here. I don't know why he's in this race. We don't really know where he came from. He says a lot of the right things. I think he's going to try to find himself a spot in the Trump administration, and then maybe carve out a future for himself as a president in the next election cycles to come. I think he's not an idiot. He knows that it's not going to happen for him this time. But getting his name ID, to be bigger and to have this recognition and to have some sort of credentialism that he's building for himself. He's probably thinking down the line what's going to happen, and he sees Trump for what he is, which is the most popular person in the Republican Party and certainly one of the most, massive cultural figures of anybody's lifetime. And to deny that would be dishonest. And so he's honest about that, but he's not honest in a lot of other ways. He is a smart guy. He is making calculated decisions politically that, maybe it's smart not to talk shit about Israel because your donor base is going to not love that. And he is pretty independently wealthy. So I don't think he necessarily completely relies on them, which is I think why he's able to get away with saying as much as he does. But I think down the line, if you at some point do want to run for president in a real serious way, you're going to need them not to hate your guts. And so he probably is, and he's probably afraid. I would be afraid. I'd be afraid to talk shit about them publicly,
Not me.
Not you, yeah.
Not me. I'm the what America needs.
Yeah, I mean, so
I'll get in there.
So, and he's extremely wealthy. He's got $500 million or some shit like that. So Vivek.
Oh yeah, that's
He's
right. Vivek. Yeah,
independently
no,
very
he
wealthy.
was like he sold a bunch of companies.
Yeah, I mean, he probably has business ties to Israel in some way, shape, or form. But so I thought it was brave.
Pharmaceuticals a big thing. He was in the pharmaceutical.
We were talking
industry.
about bravery in the last episode. I thought it was very brave of him to kind of brazenly say, we don't need to be funding Israel, and eventually we should get to the point where we're not. Why are they sucking on the teat? They got fucking an economy out there. They have a military. They have pretty robust, vibrant country, and everyone seems to be doing fairly well. Why the fuck do they need our assistance all the time?
I can think of another
are they
country
really
like
that scared of the Gaza Strip? I mean, it's just really. Anyways, so I don't find him to be fully honest. I also he's smarmy. He's Vivek.
Yeah,
Smarmy. He's a smarmy guy. He's got a little bit of a weaselly aspect to him, where I'm just kind of like, you're smiling a little too big. I like you, I like you a lot, but I don't know that you're the choice for. You're supposed to.
He was a rapper.
Hate that.
He was a rapper.
Oh, you know what?
stand-up
You told me
comedian.
he did stand-up comedy. No. That immediately disqualifies you.
He's a
Immediately
rapper.
disqualifies you.
You did stand-up comedy.
The reason
bro.
why Trump is such
I'm
a
gonna
funny comedian is because he
disqualify
never
you.
did stand-up.
I'm gonna disqualify you as a podcaster because you did stand-up. How do you think it feels now for Vivek?
Fuck you. I'll run for president.
Why don't
And
we,
you won't even
why don't
be my
we-
running
why
mate.
don't I don't need it. I'm gonna run my own campaign.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
fucking
bitch.
destroy you, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'll
destroy
wreck
me.
you, bro. I'll be in that
Whatever.
old boys club chomping on
Your
cigars.
campaign
and
is gonna
you're
be your-
scratching at the door.
Yeah, your campaign, your campaign announcement is going to be your 10 minutes on Saddam Hussein.
Yeah,
it's going to go over really well with the donor
I'm gonna
base.
dress exactly like Saddam Hussein. I'm gonna carry that bolt action rifle around and shoot it in the air from the balcony.
Well,
It's gonna
these
be
days that
sick.
might actually get you a win. So, yeah.
It'd be great.
you look like a Middle Eastern guy, but you're holding
I'm
up a
gonna go,
rifle like Kyle Rittenhouse.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Trump has a huge chance. I think to count him out would be insane. He's fucking Trump, dude. I don't even know what they're indicting him for. What's the deal? What's the big deal? What is this whole thing about?
Espionage Act.
What are they on about over there?
200,000 bail. It's a joke.
Merrick
Some
Garland.
guy came in and was like, he's actually in big trouble. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. $200,000 bail. It's $20,000 to get out of there. It's nothing.
I mean, but there's like a trial in 2024, and there's like a whole thing that's going to be happening. And like, apparently, like Merrick Garland took his sweet time with these indictments. So like now the trial's going to be a lot later than it should have been. And it's going to interfere with the election, and it's going to be at the same time. And
yeah.
It's a whole fucking mess. I mean, it's a whole mess. I will say Merrick Garland looks like an owl. He looks exactly like an owl.
I don't know who you're talking about. Show me
he's the
thing.
Attorney General, John. He was almost he was nominated to be a Supreme Court justice in 2000 and during Obama's last term. And if I remember correctly, at the time it was a big deal because that Obama was still president, so the president has the right to appoint a Supreme Court justice. But because at the time it was a Republican-controlled Senate, Mitch McConnell had the ability to block that appointment until Donald Trump was sworn in as president, wherein he then later appointed Neil Gorsuch, who took Merrick Garland's place. And Merrick Garland, they held off that nomination for something like, I think like 185 days or something outstanding, something insane.
Keep them out.
Where it was just like a complete miscarriage of justice in terms of like what the Constitution
You
says.
should see the miscarriage of justice as I'm going to do when I get in there.
But here's the thing. Fuck Merrick Garland for not being that great anyway. Like as an attorney general. Like he look at him. He looks exactly like an owl. It's great. I love the name Merrick Garland. It's a great name.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever seen someone look like an owl? I mean, can you just see him hooing from a mile away? Hooting? That is a fucking owl if I have ever
wow. He looks
seen
like
one,
fucking
folks.
Stuart Little.
He's literally an owl. The man is an
What's
owl.
his connection to Taylor Swift?
Well, let's find out from Business Insider. As the Department of Justice reportedly investigates Ticketmaster amidst Taylor Swift ticket chaos, Attorney General Merrick Garland reveals he's a huge Swiftie.
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ,
Get him
folks.
out. Keep him out.
I mean,
keep him fucking out.
Christ
That's worse
on a
than
cross.
anything Vivek's done.
Fucking deport him to Owl Land.
I guess he's like his head turns 360 degrees around. He can he just eats mice. He's just eating mice up there on the stand.
When it
I'm a
comes
huge
to
Swiftie.
high-ranking government officials, Swifties are not on their own, kid. Attorney General Merrick Garland is apparently a diehard fan of the blockbuster singer-songwriter-director.
Oh,
Garland
director, shut the
testified on,
fuck
yeah,
up.
director of what?
Where'd that come from?
I mean, no
Fucking
disrespect,
loser.
but what does she mean? What? Garland Garland testified on Wednesday in a Senate Judiciary Committee hearing regarding Department of Justice oversight and slipped in a few references when told that Senator Amy Klobuchar had material on antitrust. Garland said, "I know that all too well," a reference to Taylor Swift's All Too Well. He could have just been saying, "I know that all too well." That's something people say. What
Yeah,
the
it sounds-
fuck?
it sounds like
Everyone
a-
has like
it sounds like
Taylor
they're
Swift
taking something and running
derangement
with it.
disease. Or
Jesus.
syndrome. Excuse me. Garland went on to add that he's pretty familiar with Taylor Swift. Oh, are you? He's not just familiar. He's like, I fucked her too.
Yeah,
he's like, no, he's not just
He's
familiar.
one of her ex-boyfriends. She wrote a whole album about him.
There would be no Taylor Swift without Kanye West. Anyways, he's not just familiar, and to quote Swift, none of it was accidental. Garland is a bona fide Swiftie. The Wall Street Journal reports that he has a bona fide good publicist, is what he has.
Oh, yeah.
The Wall Street Journal reports that Garland has almost all of Swift's CDs displayed in his office, and his favorite song is
CDs?
"Shake It Off."
CDs.
That, by the way, that's her worst song. That's
He's
her
got
worst song.
CDs? What a psychopath.
Fire him, dude. Shake It Off. There are some good Taylor Swift songs. I'm not really a Taylor Swift I'm not like an obsessive, but I loved her growing up. Like as a kid, I thought she was she's undoubtedly an extremely talented artist and has done extremely well for herself. But Shake It Off. Oh, and I will say she has kind of remodeled the music industry to favor artists more than the recording studios because she has re-recorded all her albums. And
good.
yeah, so because she didn't have any of her masters, so they weren't going to give her any of the money that she had made from all of her first like 10 CDs.
Wow.
It was pretty insane. So she's like, well, fuck you. I'll just go re-record all of them. And she re-recorded all of them, and it's been insanely successful. And
Really?
she has had an insane this Eras tour that
So
she's
there's like
doing.
a different version that's just better?
You just knew, yeah, different,
What songs?
same songs, literally just re-recording the same
Wow.
songs. Isn't it insane?
Wow.
Like, yeah, it's
You look
pretty.
this up on iTunes.
Huh?
Is it on iTunes?
What?
The fucking re-recordings?
All
Like,
of
what
them,
does it
yeah.
look like?
Yeah, she's re-recording all of her albums. So every year she comes out with a new one of one that she came out with like 10 years ago or
What?
something. It's insane.
She must be
But
working
good
her
for
fucking
her.
ass off.
She is, dude. She's a
God.
fucking workhorse. No, she's incredibly impressive. Like, hats off to her for every accomplishment. Truly.
Oh, Red Taylor's
She also writes all her
version.
own music, which is,
Oh, they're saying it's Taylor's version.
right.
That's so funny.
Dude, this is the best meme of all time. It's so fucking funny. Hold on, let me.
She's recording. There's 26 songs on this fucking album.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh my god.
Look at this. Look at this meme.
What? Why the fuck did she release her version? Who the fuck made the original then? Is she stupid?
Yeah. Yeah, like why? Because but this is original to her. No one has ever like gone and done that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So anyways, okay. So hold on. Back to Marilyn. Shake It Off is the worst song though. Shake It Off. I hate that song.
There's a Tiny Desk called, not Tiny Desk, with a fucking AV Club did a cover of that. It's really good. I forget the band, Screaming Females or something.
Really?
Yeah.
It's too catchy. It's one of the ones that just kind of gets stuck in my head. Like
Yeah.
shake, 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 shake.
Do.
Is that the song?
That's the bass line.
Oh wow! You know the bass line to Shake It Off.
I just remember the cover that AV Club did.
so
It was a
funny.
guy on the bass and dude on the drums, and this chick just screaming her ass off. It's
John's
great.
just sitting there like.
I'm over there like, damn, this song's good.
fucking
Like,
slaps.
shit. Damn, bro.
He does bass face.
I'm like, oh yeah. Slap it a bit.
So good. Oh my god.
All right,
Okay.
fuck this guy.
He plunged head first into. Hold on, this is interesting. He and his favorite song is "Shake It Off." He plunged head first into Swiftiedom with both her debut album and "Fearless," which his two daughters would play when he drove them to school. My daughter sent me "Midnights" right away as a CD, which I appreciate. Is still a little prehistoric at this point. I mean,
You know what
this
my
is
dad would do if I
ridiculous.
tried to
You're
play
a
my own
fucking
music
owl.
on the way to school?
What?
He'd go, shut up. and then he'd put in his music.
What would he play?
Fucking Rob Zombie and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. My dad was.
I want to meet your dad. I mean, he's like a mythical creature.
He's the man. Dude.
He's like this mythical man, and I don't even,
Well, he's
I need to meet him. I need to meet your mom.
He was obsessed with K-pop for a while. My mom's an angel.
Everyone has a K-pop phase.
Not a 63-year-old man who's incredibly straight. I don't know about that.
Yeah, not me either, actually. So
yeah,
they have some
he was
songs.
Like, it's so. He's like, the pageantry is amazing. I was like, what?
I love your impression of him. Does he really sound that way?
He's a valley boy. All my uncle and my father and eventually me will all just end up sounding like the Men's Warehouse guy.
Where you guys really kind of round out your syllables.
Well, we just go, we're going to eventually start talking like this.
You round out the R's. Like there's so much emphasis on the R.
How about, I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
It's surfer boy talk.
Yeah, it's surfer boy talk, but it's like, if I was by the beach, I'd be like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey. Vocal fry.
Well, so and we're about to get into a little bit of "Am I the Asshole?" Because that was
I got a good one.
That was a fun one. But
we can talk about this for a fucking while.
As far as Trump's mugshot goes, he rocks and looks amazing, and it's just such an iconic photo. It really is. And if I was an artist coming out with an album right now, this would be my album cover, and I would say thank you. Thank you. Next,
there is a.
And
are we going to Am I the Asshole?
Merrick Garland looks like an owl. Yes. Am I the asshole?
So
let's do it. And I hope it's okay that we turn the lights down for this one. It was just kind of the vibe. And
it's sick.
We kind of just go based off the vibe here. And if the vibe is like giving, then we're like taking. And we're like, okay, like we have received the vibe. We have seen the message that the vibe is like giving us. And we're going to reciprocate, and like we're gonna vibe. We're just gonna harmonize with the vibe.
We're gonna vibe.
It's a mood.
So there's a little background.
A
little background to this Am I the Asshole?
Yeah,
there's a new thing where
give me the backgrounds too.
The background is there's this like thing that women are getting pissed off about now. Understandably.
Okay.
I'm putting that out there. Understandably.
Can I guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hint. It has to do with weddings. What happens during
God, they're always about weddings, these hoes.
So what do you think it is?
Well, I think she's a bridezilla because she's posting in a subreddit.
It's a certain tradition that happens in weddings. It's pissing off women, dude.
Bridesmaids?
No. Getting cake smashed in your face. Understandable.
Well, the women are the one that usually smash the cake into the husband's face.
Yeah, but I think it's either
makeup.
or.
You shouldn't do it to the bride because she has makeup on. I would literally ask for a divorce right then and there.
So
put a cake in my face after the fucking makeup I just got done. We're divorcing.
Yeah, that's the understandable. Understandable.
And by the way, if you're marrying someone who would think that it's okay to do that,
yeah.
You're kind of with the wrong guy.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, I'm saying understandable.
Know.
Well, women are acting like this is bride kidnapping. Okay, now like it's like, but listen to this.
I don't mean to be dramatic, but he should be tarred and feathered.
You're gonna hate this bitch. You're gonna hate this bitch.
All right.
I, female 27.
I'm siding with her so far, though.
Okay. I, female 27, and my husband, male 29, have been together for 3 years. In those 3 years, I have never known him to be selfish. Occasionally immature, yes, but even that was rare. These problems arose when those stupid cake smashing videos got popular. My husband thought they were hilarious. I never thought they were funny, and he knows that. Yet he was always showing me the videos of these poor wives getting their happiest day of their life ruined by their asshole partner for some cheap laughs. He also knows I have a history with cake smashing.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Come again, bitch?
So listen.
Come again, you dumb bitch? What does that mean?
My family does the cake smashing thing, she says. I remember it was my 17th birthday, and I pleaded with my mom not to do it. She promised, and I trusted her.
Oh, it's like a family tradition?
Yeah.
I just have to say that's sick and perverted.
It's creepy.
It's weird.
I had my hair and makeup done all nice, and right as I blew out my candles, my mom pushed my head into the cake, and one of the decorations on the cake ended up slicing my forehead. Shut the fuck up, you lying bitch. That didn't happen. What world does that
Hold on. We didn't need that detail, bitch, because like let's just call her bitch.
Like what a ridiculous,
for the rest of this segment.
like you fuck, like no. She's making
the act of pushing your head in the cake in the first place is egregious enough on its own that we didn't need the head slicing detail. That's an afterthought because the very act itself, I would be upset with my mother.
Women are acting like cake smashing is equitable to like prison rape. They're talking about it like it's prison rape.
But you know what it is?
Sliced open.
I hate that shit. You know what that's tantamount to? When guys at like summer camp, you'd be swimming with everybody, right? And some guy, when you're in the water, just comes and like pushes your head down. Girls too. You know, like you're swimming and someone comes and pushes your head down in the water. It's fucked up to do that.
Scary.
And it's also like, don't touch me.
I'm an expert swimmer,
keep your hands off
never
me.
bothered me.
Even if it's her mom, why would you do that? She just did her makeup. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What is wrong with you?
Okay,
Who raised you?
Not enough to go to the hospital, but enough for some substantial bleeding. My birthday was ruined, and after that, I wouldn't come out of my room.
She literally bled.
My mom still calls me a brat for that. Now listen, I told him if he ever did something like that to me, I'd leave him. He started laughing. What world these people live in?
By the way, I can't believe this is your problem. This is your problem. You've got a great life.
I was being for real, though he really was not taking me seriously. Real. Now, skip a few days ago when my wedding happened. Everything was perfect. I was happy. He was happy. I was excited for our new lives as newlyweds. I felt like a princess in my poofy white dress and done up hair with perfect makeup. All very expensive things I would like to mention. We got to the cake cutting part, and as I turned to him, he scoops up a huge chunk of our wedding cake and smashes it all over my face. Everything just seemed to go in slow motion. Yeah, it's just like
you
Tom
married
Hanks.
The wrong guy.
Yeah, you're Tom Hanks at Normandy. Just there's some fucking guy on fire walking by. You shut the fuck up.
Well, no. I mean, here's the thing. He should never have done that.
Yeah,
he should never have done that.
Yeah,
he's completely in the wrong. Okay, but here's the other thing. It's on you that you didn't make it crystal clear to him ahead of time.
I guess she did.
That if he did that, he would pay in a big way.
It's not making it crystal clear. It's making him.
And if he doesn't fear you enough,
he should fear you.
He should fucking fear your wrath.
The best relationships
this is
are when
a
you fear each other.
non-problem. You people are dumb as fuck, and you're probably extremely entitled and well off, and I have no respect for any of you.
The healthiest relationships are when you both fear each other. You're terrified. You're sitting there looking at the other person. They're looking at you like, I'm so scared of what this person might do. And you look at them and you're like, fuck, this person might just skin me alive. And you're both just acting out of fear. You know
right.
I mean? Acting out of utter fear. Kind of the way if Saddam Hussein was in a relationship, there'd be a lot of fear. Anyway, so he says, you should see the look on your face, and continues to laugh. Other people in the crowd, most of my family is also laughing at me. Then I just started walking away. He realized I'm leaving and tries to catch up with me and says I'm being extra. Okay, if your fucking husband uses the term extra, fucking call him a pussy and leave him. I push him away and order an Uber. As I got outside, dude, I would love to be that Uber driver.
Dude,
I would have pulled up. I would have pulled up playing fucking like the fucking
Dirty Work,
the thong song, and just like
by Cisco.
Yeah, I pull up. I'm playing Get Low by Little John and the East Side Boys, and I'm like, hop in, babe, we're getting you out of here.
That's right.
And
John's playing Flow Rida.
Anyway, so
Dangerous by the Yin Yang Twins.
As I got outside, most of the crowd was following me, telling me to come back. I got in the Uber and drove away. I drove to our apartment, packed most of my things, and went to stay at a hotel. I'm currently staying at a friend's house. My family and his family has been blowing up my phone for days, saying I'm being childish and my husband is a good man. That was just a joke. My husband has been calling me off the hook, telling me to please come home.
She's referring to him as her husband, so clearly she's not filing paperwork yet. So it's not, you're not ending your marriage. So why are you writing on Reddit? Is this like your final battle before you put up the white flag and just deal with it after you've embarrassed yourself for making too big a deal out of this? Because you did make a big deal about it to the point where like it's causing this issue, and you stayed at a hotel.
Yeah.
You don't stay at a hotel like a child, right? The optics of that are completely wrong. You don't look good for doing that. You go and then you make his life hell in a different way, and you get something out of it. You say, what do I want that will quell my anger and make me happy? And how will he pay me back for this now that I'm stuck with this retard?
Yeah,
you get something for yourself. You don't go cry like a baby in a hotel and embarrass yourself to his family and to everybody. You should take it in stride and say, listen, I got caked in the face. It's on me for marrying a guy who is a scumbag.
For letting it get to this point, it's on me.
Well, the fact that I didn't instill the fear in him that he should have felt before that moment, before he fucked up my makeup on the biggest, like, you know, on my fucking wedding night. The fact that he didn't fear me in that moment, he's going to fear me now by giving me something huge and real. You have to make people useful to you. If they fucked you on this level.
Revenge is a beautiful thing.
And fucking up your makeup on your wedding night, I'm sorry to all the men that are listening to this that probably just think I'm a bitch. This is you don't do that to a woman on her wedding night. You do not do that to a woman on her wedding night. You don't do that to her on her birthday.
That's okay. Like there's shit when
at a pool party maybe. At a pool party it's fine because you're already wet and gross. But on your wedding, I mean, have a little like critical thinking skills, right? That people lack on a lot of levels. Like, you're at a wedding. Think about where you are. There's a time and a place.
Girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun.
Such a good point, John.
Girls just want to have fun. They like things like makeup. They like things like clothes. They like fucking going out and laughing, and they like doing fun shit. And if you're trying to ruin the fun and you're trying to fuck up their makeup, if you're like retarded and you think
that's our fun. Why would you take that from us?
Yeah, that's like they like these.
That's the whole point of getting married is to do your makeup. It's hardly about the husband.
Listen, you guys are like once you realize women are incredibly self-centered, everyone, and vain, and that they actually don't dress up. Yeah, then
why would you do that?
They don't look hot for anyone but themselves, and it's like weird.
They look hot for other women.
They look hot for other women.
I care more about what I look like around women than I. Well, actually, that's true.
You are the last thing on their minds when females' attraction is it's bizarre. Like look at AITA. She wants to go on a date with fucking.
That was a
Vivek.
joke.
She wants to go on a date with like a 170-pound Indian man that's like.
I do find him very charming. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so the thing is like,
I'm attracted to weird, like, I don't know that I'm necessarily attracted to what most people are attracted to.
Ida's wet dream is like Tucker Carlson, which is like crazy.
At a better weight. At a better weight. Not right now. Not right now.
The
thinner Tucker, maybe.
Yeah.
I just kind of like his
he's got swag. He's got riz.
His specific version of autism is one that I just find very attractive.
No.
It's like, really? Like the way, just the vigor, the passion. Yeah. It's just it's just attractive.
But the fucking
so this
don't fuck with their makeup. All right,
don't fuck with their makeup.
Don't fuck with their makeup. Don't fuck with their tampons. Don't fuck with their fucking snacks and shit. Don't fuck with their pretty clothes.
John's just talking about his own life.
Yeah, like don't. Well, that's every man's life.
He's
it's
no
like don't mess
longer
with their
on the
stuff.
subreddit. He's now sitting here like I'm the therapist.
I'm like, just don't mess with their stuff.
Yeah.
Don't mess with their things. They got very few things they really like.
Well, read me another one. Enough with the cake.
Oh, okay. That was one I just saved on my phone because I was like, looking through them yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's go to what's going on now. All right.
And feel free to. This is our Dear Abby column, and for anybody who isn't familiar with the Dear Abby, you should look it up. It's a really iconic column. Trumpy. I think Trump and Grimace need to do another collaboration, and I want to direct it. I want to direct the Trump and Grimace commercial. Should we play that real quick, the Trump Grimace commercial, while you pull up the next one? Because if I just wonder if we can play it without getting flagged, and I think we'll be fine. But it's just such an iconic moment from two massive cultural figures that have just meant so much to this country and to myself in particular. And McDonald's is an institution in addition to that, who's the third character in this.
I put together some really impressive deals, but this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck?
Oh my God. I didn't play it on the screen. I suck. Hold on. We have to play it again.
All right, let me rewind and act really interested.
I don't know how you do it.
Okay, wait.
Ida loves Grimace.
I'm going to cut that out. Okay, you didn't see that.
I don't know how you do it.
I do love Grimace.
I put together some really impressive deals, but this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got a buck? You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big
for
and
just
tasty
$1,
a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
Looking out over Central Park.
Isn't that so wholesome and lovely?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, I got another one.
Okay. Ooh, sorry, guys.
So, this one is Am I the asshole for checking my husband's dash cam footage on his car without his consent? I,
Why does he
34
have
female.
dash cam footage?
A lot of people put dash cams in their cars now for insurance reasons.
For POVs.
For POVs, JOI, POVs. I, 34 female, live with my husband, 37 male, my daughter, 7 female. My daughter and I recently went on a short trip out of state while my husband stayed.
Hold on, say that whole thing again. There's so many different ages of females, and that's a lot.
A couple in their 30s is a 7-year-old daughter.
Got it.
My daughter and I recently went on a short trip out of state while my husband stayed, as he had work and was supposed to look after our dog. Okay. On the last day of our trip, we got a call from my husband, who was acting distraught and said that our dog Ellie had run away and that he could not find her. He claimed that she just bolted away from him at the park and into some bushes, and he could not find her. Our dog is quite small, a mini poodle mix and almost 13 years old. He is still active, but it is really unlike her to run away from us, and I was suspicious, but chose to believe my husband and me and my daughter were in grief, but did not want to blame him.
Did he give away the dog?
This is sick. When we came back home, he seemed surprisingly okay, unlike us. Yeah, men don't give a shit about dogs.
What are you talking about? Men love dogs.
Listen, if you don't here's the deal. They die.
Okay.
Love my dog. Love my dog. Love any dog I've ever had. If it ran away, it'd be like, all right.
Is this like John from the dog crematorium talking?
I think so. I think I got too close.
Is this supposed to be a human being?
I think I got too close to the death, and I just don't care anymore.
Anyways,
unlike when we came back home, he seemed surprisingly okay, unlike us. Ever since the pandemic, my husband started working from home, and he's always been annoyed at how much attention we gave Ellie and how hated how Ellie begged to sit on our laps and his while he worked. Okay, listen.
This is some Scott Peterson shit.
No, killing dogs is a thing that we do.
What are you saying right now?
I have a story.
What?
All right, so my dad's best friend growing up.
Oh no.
Worked at a meat packing
plant.
plant.
No, John, I don't like this.
You don't like this?
No, I don't. But whatever.
You worked at a meat packing plant. Right.
Oh, you've told the story. It's really horrific
on
and
the
gruesome.
pod.
Yes, and it's very gruesome.
Okay. Anyways, kill the dog. Sometimes dogs, you got to kill them. A few days later, we got a call from an animal rescue in a neighboring state quite far from us that she had been found. I picked the phone, and it was on our landline, which you almost never use these days, but it was the contact on the microchip. I told my husband. He just said, "That is great. I am so happy."
Wait, so what happened? Did he give away the dog?
But it felt kind of blunt and insincere. I said it was strange that she got so far, and he responded that someone must have stolen her and then abandoned her. This made little sense to me as to why it would happen.
You have to divorce
When he was
your
out
husband.
drinking with his buddies, I copied the video from his dash cam for the days I was away and saw that he had indeed taken Ellie far out of state, clearly dropped her off in front of his car, and thrown a frisbee-like object into a field, yelled fetch, and drove off without her.
This isn't real. This isn't real.
This guy kicks ass.
Next. Fuck this guy.
I was livid and confronted him, and he was just stupidly muttered how he dropped her there so she could find a farm and have a better life.
This isn't real. Your husband, you're married to that. You're married to a sociopath. To just abandon an animal in the middle of nowhere is an objectively horrific thing to do. You're an immoral human being.
That is funny.
John, he abandoned an animal. He abandoned an animal. A living being. He abandoned it.
He did it by throwing a frisbee.
Hold on, are you a sociopath right now? Am I getting down to the bottom of the core of who you are? It's a dog.
It's funny. It's funny.
John.
It's funny, dude.
Fucking slap you across the face, right? You back to earth.
That is hilarious.
Okay, but you would never do that.
Maybe. You know? If the dog was fucking bad, dude.
John,
if the dog was she's leaving out.
In the middle of nowhere?
She's leaving out a bunch of shit. I would
wouldn't even take it to a shelter?
It's happier away in the field.
Starving?
It's happier in the field.
Unable to fend for itself?
It'll eat little bugs.
Don't shut it. This isn't some bit.
It'll eat little bugs.
You're not doing the next great American bit right now, okay?
This is great.
Saying you'd abandon a dog.
I'm killing it.
You would never do that.
I would never do that, but that is funny what he did.
Yeah, it's funny because it's not true, because it didn't happen.
He goes, "Oh, that's great."
Turns out he's not the asshole. She's not the asshole. You're the asshole somehow, and you're not even involved in their family.
Let's see.
I can't believe I'm the one having to defend dogs. I'm so annoyed at dog owners and dog culture in general, and I'm sitting here having to defend it. Unbelievable.
All right, let's see.
The positions you put me in.
Am I? This is a good one. Am I the asshole for refusing to shave my hair for a client who's a cancer patient? I, 21 male, currently own a barber shop and have found myself in a very weird situation. I was scheduled an appointment by a father of a cancer patient who is currently undergoing chemotherapy and feeling very saddened by the situation. I decided to refuse any patient and give the girl her haircut for free. However, that's not the problem. Once they arrived, I reluctantly helped the father pull the daughter out of the wheelchair and go into the chair, but then I had seen him go outside to his car only to arrive with camera equipment. I asked why he was doing this, and he leaned into my ear and whispered how he's going to record this for his daughter and tell me about how I'll shave my hair for the video so they can publish it on their Instagram page. I refused and calmly explained how I wasn't informed about this during the scheduling and that I wasn't going to shave my hair off for some stupid video. The father got visibly angry towards me. This is fake. And yelled at me for explaining.
Fake.
This is crazy.
Next, that's fake. Some of these people, it's like, how dare you come into this forum?
Let's see.
From a dishonest place. Into this stupid, meaningless forum filled with a bunch of mentally ill freaks who have little to no problems. So they post about their wedding and their various familial tiffs.
Here's the deal. Okay. This is a good one. People need to shorten their fucking am I the assholes.
I know.
So back
it's because they're assholes.
Am I the asshole for telling my 26 female, this woman's 26, am I an asshole for telling my best friend she needs to wear larger clothes?
No,
Yeah.
You're a nice person for doing that. You're
The
extremely
backstory.
nice,
Me and my
actually,
best
because
friend-
you're putting yourself in the line of fire.
Me and my best friend have been
It's a tough
besties
thing
for
to
over
do.
2 years, and we are the kind that nap together, eat together, and share clothes and all that. Anyway, we're both a little over
You don't
5
even
feet tall,
necessarily
and
do
at
all
the time
that.
we met, we were both 125 pounds, so we were skinny and went out a lot more skimpy clothes, etc.
Yeah.
Past 5 or 6 months, we both at the same time began gaining weight out of nowhere rapidly. Wow. So now we both are around 160, and I'm in a large shirt and size 10, 12 pants. Okay, I've accepted it. I don't mind being in large clothes. But here's the problem. She does mind being large. She still wears her small size clothes, underwear bras that don't clip shut, and you're thinking, is that bad? Yes, it's that bad. She has such deep denial that she's fat. I prefer juicy. Hell yeah, dude.
Bro.
That she
This
literally
is so
embarrassed
rough.
me at my 6-year-old football game last week because she came to hit this children's football game in a size small black cocktail dress expecting positive attention. So anyways, today she texted me and asked if I would sell her my retired rave outfits. Rave were in the skinny days, and they were all small and extra small. And I told her no, that she would look ridiculous. And she says I'm being mean. I told her that mean and realistic are not the same. She disagrees and is mad at me. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not the asshole,
dude.
but you are fat.
You're fat.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, folks. This is touchy, right? As a woman, okay. I will say, if you're fat, I am sorry. However, not everyone should be subject to the way.
Don't be a slut.
Not everybody should be subject to your abjectness.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry for putting it that way because I know that sounds bad. And I don't hate fat people at all. In fact, I typically like them more than I like non-fat people. But, wear clothes that fit you. Wear clothes that fit you and be happy that you have friends that are honest with you. Why would you want a friend that lies to you about the way you look? And it is this new trend, right, where women just post unbelievable pictures where with their fat kind of hanging out and they wear these extremely tight clothes. I don't even wear those because I don't even think I'm thin enough yet. Like, I want to lose 10 pounds. Like, I
just been wanting to lose 10 pounds for like a year.
I know, and this is the plight of me forever and always, right? But I even have like a healthy level of like I think I'm happy with the way I look, but like I would always want to improve, always. And so that's like always at the forefront of my mind is like improve, like sit-ups, crunches, do more. Like I always want to do more. But she is just upset that her friend is like being honest with her. Like you should not wear clothes like that.
You're in a circle of trust. You know what I mean? Like you could say shit like that. I tell my buddies their breath stinks.
You should.
You know what?
You should always tell people these things.
I've told close friends your breath smells like shit, pal.
They need to know. People need to know.
Testing my breath as when you speak. Anyways,
You better ask them.
am I the asshole for telling my husband he can't go to the toilet? This one's for you, Ida.
Oh. Ooh.
Like many men, not me, my husband spends about half an hour on the bog. I have no idea why
that's
or how it
nothing.
takes so long,
That's
but it takes an
nothing
age.
for compared
Listen,
to.
boys, and ladies out there.
Half an hour is easy.
Push, squeeze, get off the pot. There's nothing nothing that can be done in there.
Men just want hemorrhoids, okay?
It's insane,
Men want hose and hemorrhoids.
Crazy.
That's all they want.
Didn't bother me before we had a baby. Now it irks me to no end. He got back from work today. He held the baby for a whole 5 minutes before the baby began screaming. So my husband just hands the baby back to me. I have to eat my dinner, which I made while holding this. Yeah, you make your own fucking dinner, bitch. Sorry. He was at work. She put it in parentheses like it was like I made my dinner.
You tell her, John.
Yeah, fuck you.
Go off, queen.
Yeah, you're at home all day. You're taking care of a baby. I'd do that. Anyway, so I had asked twice for him to finish the baby when we finished, and he finished eating so I could finish. As soon as I finished my food, he's like, I need the toilet, while holding the baby out for me to take. I simply told him no. I told him to spend some time with the baby and stop palming them off to me. Clarification, I have to wait 10 minutes specifically. I didn't say he couldn't use it at all. I feel like I should have made that clear. My husband has zero skills in soothing our crying baby. Yeah, your husband sounds like a fucking dickhead. Mm-hmm. He just hands the baby back as soon as the crying begins, and he just goes, there, while he continues doing whatever he's doing. It annoys me that he doesn't try to practice getting our babies to calm down. So my asshole for not telling my husband he can't use the toilet.
I just don't know what the toilet has to do with holding the baby.
What I think he just needs to hold the baby more.
Yeah, what does that have to do with the toilet?
Let's see.
Most people are out of their goddamn minds. Let me tell you.
I want to see some good Am I the Assholes? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see some new. What's new?
I found out there's like a whole podcast where this is what they do. And I'm like, this is like, it's crazy that there's a whole podcast where people read this thread. And I had no idea. We just did it on a whim that one day.
It's crazy.
Well, ours is objectively better, but she gets 300,000 views. So.
This is a good one.
Yay.
Here we go. Am I the asshole? This is 12 minutes ago,
about
dude.
Her show.
Am I the asshole for telling my parents that I don't care about our culture? Fuck yeah, dude.
What's the culture?
20 female, live in a Southeast Asian country. Here it is a societal expectation that man needs a woman's parents' approval before he marries her. My parents hate my boyfriend because he's a Christian, and they said she's from Indonesia. And he said he will never give us permission to get married. They called him an Americanized moron. Sounds like America's the winner here.
Yeah.
Maybe you shall be Americanized.
Yeah.
Hearing them say this upset me. I'm not planning to get married anytime soon, but ended up having an argument with them anyways that led me to saying that if I don't need the permission to get married if I want to marry him one day. They said I do because of culture, and I told them I don't care about our culture. You get ready to get the stick, babe. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing. If you're fucking devout like Muslim in Indonesia and you're like, I don't care about my culture, there's like a morality police there. They're gonna fucking whip your ass.
There's more than that. Yeah, there is a morality police.
Let's see. I'm gonna pay me to stay at home with his dad. His words. Wow, dude. No, this is hilarious that she's asking this question. Am I the asshole for telling my husband not to spend over $1,000 a month at the bar? My husband works out of town and lives in a camp while working.
That's crazy. Yeah, husbands with gambling issues, the woman's always right. That's money stuff is difficult. That's hard. That's hard. That's why people kind of.
Oh man, this guy's wow. Okay, listen to this. My husband works out of town and lives in a camp while working, so he probably this is a bad dude. He's probably like a roughneck. He probably works on like an oil field or something. So this guy's
away from the
yeah.
fam.
So when you live out of town, and you live in a camp. If your job requires a camp to live in, you're doing some hardcore manual labor shit.
Yeah,
with a bunch of other dudes
that
just want to
like,
get down and dirty.
That sounds like the work program that like FDR came up with when they needed people needed jobs.
He's like, you're gonna build a wall.
In the Great Depression, he's like, you're just gonna make a railroad right now, and you're not gonna see your family for 3 months. But
exactly.
You're gonna be able to feed them, so you're gonna do it.
They provide everything except alcohol, and they have a bar in the camp. Because of their contract, even though they are provided with food, if they work overtime, they get a meal allowance. He has been going to the bar every day and spending his meal allowance. Okay, I mean, no financial damage is being done here. I just got this month's statement. He literally spent the camp. His job is literally saying, "Hey, they're calling it a meal allowance, but they're saying if you work overtime, liquor's on us," which is kind of dope.
But you're just drinking your life away.
Exactly. Well, what the true concern here is?
Does he have? Do they have kids?
No, I got this month's statement. Well, he's in a camp. He's away from the kids. But I got this month's statement. He literally spent $48 a day on beer or whatever. So that's a fuck ton of cash on beer. That guy's getting blasted. That guy's getting blasted every fucking day. Well, $48 at a bar will get you drunk, like drunk.
Yeah, not here. Here, it'll
unless
get you
you're buying
cocktails.
unless you're buying fucking Like in LA, liquor's
in LA,
like,
a cocktail
dude,
can
liquor,
be like $23.
It could be $23, but in a campsite, on a work site, I guarantee you the liquor's cheap.
Yeah.
He was
Your
home
husband's
for
an
1 week.
alcoholic, but he works hard.
Yeah, he was at home for 1 week. So out of the last 31 days, he was at that bar 25 days. That's like $1,200.
That's psychotic. Yeah.
I know he works hard and it's been an incredibly hot summer, but this is ridiculous. I told him so and he got mad at me. He said he was hanging out with his coworkers and it's important to his career. I don't get it. We were trying to save for a house. If he does this every month, that's like $15,000 over the year. I think he's being irresponsible. I think I'm being controlling. He thinks I'm being controlling. Am I the asshole? It's indicative of something
No, you're not the
pretty
asshole.
crazy. Yeah.
Give me another.
Oh, this is good. Am I the asshole for eating food in a park with a Holocaust memorial as a German tourist?
No. It's a memorial. They already died.
So some friends went,
you need to eat, girl.
Some friends and me went to Amsterdam for a few days, as we all must. Got hungry and sat down on the first available bank at the nearest park to snack some food.
It's not great to do that.
Listen.
It's
Listen. Germans, you guys did the thing.
Oh, it's in Germany?
No, this is in Amsterdam, but they're German tourists in Amsterdam.
I see.
An old man walked past us.
Yeah, if you're German, maybe don't eat. I mean, maybe don't eat if you're anything.
If you're German, you better fucking like bow down and kiss, like lick my toes or something.
Ew, John, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The whole country owes me. An old man, me specifically.
Yeah, only you.
An old man walked past us, wishing us to enjoy our meal, and started smoking an old type pipe. Now, I don't know what it was in the pipe, but when he was done with it, he started talking to us again about the Holocaust and that there was a memorial in this park. So far, that's of course fine, but he became increasingly aggressive. You encountered it. This is Europeans. They're so sheltered. It's like, why are you taking this man's opinion seriously? He's crazy.
Yeah,
he's a crazy
walk
guy.
Away.
He started to take issue with us eating in the park. We didn't respond much. He didn't let us. And in the end, he was screaming at us that he hates all Germans and he'd like to kill us with his bare hands and teach us a lesson we would never forget. No, listen, they already learned their lesson.
All right, so this is deeper than eating in a park.
Yeah. At that point, we left to the sound of him screaming even harder that he wants all Germans gone out of Amsterdam.
All right. Well, then you're an insane person for being able to evaluate that this man is crazy and still choosing to come to Reddit, and write this in a forum so that you can get validation from a bunch of strangers who tell you, no, you're not the asshole. You're a great person and you ran into a crazy guy in the park, which you should already know to be true. So you suck ass. At least that guy's out of his mind. What's your fucking excuse? You're just like a blatant narcissist that needs to come online and like get validation from a bunch of other fucking probable narcissists or weird podcast hosts.
It's insane. Yeah, you got crazy old men.
Yeah, crazy guy. I want a real problem. I want to be challenged. I want to have like a 12 angry men moment. I want to argue with you. I want to have.
We're gonna kind of agree on most.
I know,
of these, man.
but wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we were older?
We're gonna get removed from YouTube for that.
Yeah, for harmonizing. Could we harmonize?
Oh wow, there's some Tic Tac footage. Oh wow. Holy shit.
What? On the fucking Am I the Asshole?
Oh my god.
The fuck? What?
UFO footage. It's found on Telegram. It probably shows a UFO being shot down over Alaska.
No way.
Oh my god. It kind of looks fake, but it also looks really real.
Oh shit. It's probably fucking everything can be so easily AI generated these days. That fucking video of you earlier dancing with your like
great.
You give me a good one. Give me a good one.
Let's see.
I want to have a real moral conundrum for once. I'd like from the Reddit to have a real moral conundrum. Like, have you ever seen the Harvard law professors on YouTube and they present you with like that classic, like kind of like
the railroad thing?
The railroad tale. Yeah. And he presents, that was like his opening lecture, right? Where would you crash into two people if it meant saving a family of 5 rather than crashing into the family of 5? And then you have to like sit there and grapple with, obviously the answer is you have to kill the 2 people because then you save 5. It's just math. But
okay.
Anyways, we're never going to get that on here. These are all upwardly mobile white people who work in tech and have problems with their weddings and their children. That's really the extent of it. But anyway, sorry.
Oh God, these are like fucking insanely long. Jesus fuck.
I mean, these people they're so obsessed with themselves. How the fuck you have? It's like TLDR, bitch. Fucking make it a little more concise. Your problems are like not that interesting, and most of you treat this as like a creative writing exercise. Most of you are fucking liars and have some weird unaddressed issues that you post in this place in the first place.
Am I wrong? My
I'm
girlfriend
totally well adjusted for reading it on my podcast, though.
Exactly. My girlfriend told all of her friends that I drink her piss.
Okay.
She, 19 female, told them about how I first, 19 male, only had to pee hard my face before we moved further, and I had to
John,
piss
we
directly
can't
in my
read
mouth.
this. This is
Sorry. Sorry.
Can we even say that on here?
I don't know, dude. Am I wrong for putting together an emergency menstruation kit for my daughter? I'm the dad. Been divorced for 3 years, and I'm a single dad. No, you're just like a good single dad, but also like
It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Like, let her figure it out.
why you got to put together a kit? Just have some pads on deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why do you have to make a big show out of it?
Call the mom.
Ooh, it's the period parade.
Be an adult. Call them. Yeah. What do you? This is
where's
some
the
fucking,
mom?
This is some fucking
Yeah, honey, I got you a care package for your pussy.
I call the mom. You call the mom. You go, what does she use? And then she goes, blah blah blah.
Or
and
you
go,
get a
okay, I'll go to
female
the
that
store
you
and
know
get
to like
that.
talk to her about it if she needs it.
Yeah.
She has the fucking internet. Your daughter has the internet. Okay, she can look it up. She can Google it.
Okay, it would be a good idea to have an emergency kit in case she started her period.
Emergency kit.
She started it yesterday. She told her mom, and her mom asked if she had pads. Daughter told her dad had a pack ready for me in my school bag. This morning I got a long text about how she still has a mom to help her with this, and that it's inappropriate and weird. Yeah, women getting territorial. Fuck it. I text her. So I'm not gonna let my daughter fucking free bleed at school. You weirdos. Like that's not happening. She's gonna have a pad. I'm gonna call the mom. I'm gonna call the mom and go, how do you want to handle this? Have you talked to her about it? Because I don't want to talk to her about it. And then you go,
why does he have such a keen interest in her?
Because he's a fucking
in her fucking vaginal,
Yeah.
you know.
I text her back saying that as a single dad, I'm always going to make sure that she's taken care of when in my care and is prepared.
This is only okay if he's gay.
But a small part of me is wondering if I did something wrong. Let's see.
Oh, no, he's caring a bit too much.
Let's see. You're an excellent, thoughtful parent. It says Redditors being supportive and lame.
God, I hate that.
Was I inappropriate with my little brother? Too long didn't read. I, 23 female, babysat my 9-year-old brother overnight. He has to sleep in my bed after a nightmare, so I let him.
Oh, no, I read this one. Change this one. It's not good. It's too weird.
It's creepy.
It's too many weird ones. I don't even know if it's weird, but
let's see.
I'm like, can we just get one that isn't like about being inappropriate or about a wedding? Like, I want like a real like meaty like we had a breakup because of like he fucked my sister. Like I want one that's like
this is good. This is
like
good. This is
like
good.
a legal like get in a legal battle.
This
you
is
know,
good. This is
yeah.
good.
My cousin sent me a cease and desist. I'm like that shit rocks.
This is good.
All right.
Would I be wrong for divorcing my husband who thinks he's disabled? My husband and I have been married for 2.5 years. We've been together for about 10 years before that. 2 months after our marriage, we lost his father, and 6 months after that, we lost his mother.
Damn.
He always had anxiety and was a
R.I.P.
hermit for the better part of 3 years before getting help at my and his mother's insistence. After their passing, he fell into depression, lost his job, and every job since, and he's been able to keep any. Whether his anxiety or stomach issues triggered by he has stomach issues triggered by his anxiety. I've been making it work with just my meager income. My primary issue with him is he doesn't do anything around the house. He doesn't clean, he only cooks half the time, and it's only dinner. He doesn't help with half our pets, leaving it up to me to feed them and let them out for potty. He doesn't do any laundry unless he needs something washed, and I ask him about 5 times. Any extra income after bills and food, whatever. He swears he qualified for disability and will apply to help with bills, but only doctor he's seen is his PCP. Am I wrong for wanting to divorce him and move? Yeah, no, you're not. He's a bum. He's a fucking bum. You're dating a bum. Bum. Don't date bums. Don't be in a relationship with bums.
True.
Yeah.
John said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Can't add anything to that.
He's a fucking bum.
But that's another easy one.
A lot of these most popular ones are pretty fucking easy.
It's almost like people that have real problems don't feel the need to come to Reddit and divulge them.
This is
with
an
people.
interesting one.
But last time you had some interesting ones, like that one with the TikTok one with the purse. That was a fucking crazy one.
This is interesting. Almost cheated, but stopped just before I would have done. Am I wrong to not tell my wife? I went for a work meeting abroad, and my colleague was also there. We were staying at a hotel overnight, and eventually she asked me if I would join her in her room for drinks after dinner. I said I would and followed her upstairs, and then felt guilty, and then a guilty felt took over, and I felt ashamed. I said I needed to go back to my room, and I would see her the next day. I didn't tell my wife about this. However, I'm considering cheating. However, that I consider cheating is making me sick. My wife asked if I was all right because of how stressed, tense I've been.
Bro.
I think there's probably more things wrong with the relationship, and you should just talk about that and skim over that.
Yeah.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You did the right thing.
Address what really.
There's some underlying issues that are causing you to
Good
consider
job.
doing something
That's
like
very
that.
good,
Address those things and just don't tell her, because you didn't. If you did it, then you tell her. There is emotional cheating, which I think is cheating.
You could tell her and say, like, listen, I almost did it because X, Y, and Z. But if you can address X, Y, and Z, then you're Gucci.
It's like, it's like, I think that's kind of cruel to be like, hey, if you don't fix these things, I might cheat on you. If you go to your partner and say, hey, I almost cheated on you because of these underlying issues, and they're like that, and then they're like,
well, that would be honest.
Yeah,
would it be cruel to be honest?
It would have to be like
cruel to be dishonest.
It'd have to be like, let's work on this together, as opposed to like, this is wrong with you, like XYZ. Like,
well, it wouldn't be like he's approaching her saying like, this is the big ultimatum. It's just like, listen, I feel like awful that I almost did this, and I feel shitty about it, and I want to come to you as a gesture and like of honesty and trust. And
that's a big deal.
Blah,
and if they care about you, Yeah, but
I mean,
cheaters are disgusting, and
I wanted to go out with a bang, with like a really good one. John.
I don't know what to fucking tell you, bud.
I'm not some
AI that can search 100. I'm doing top of all time. These are the top of all time.
These are ever of all time.
Yes, dude. These are top of all time.
Okay, give me the newest one, and that'll send us out.
Okay.
Just the last newest one.
That's the emergency menstruation kit.
Give me one that's like not even like a bunch of likes, because apparently the ones that people upvote are like shit.
Let's do top of this. Month.
Of this month. Yeah. Damn, I love the way you can filter that.
Yeah.
It's a great filtration system.
These are all fucking... Okay. Am I wrong for lashing out at this girl for saying I have ugly privilege?
Oh, here we go.
I still feel so gobsmacked from this interaction. I'm not even mad. I'm just confused about what I should have done.
Great word. We're off to a great start.
Ugly girl word. I was talking to this girl who sat next to me during spin class about how hard the class was outside after it ended. Sorry, my throat's
I love
sore.
this. They're at a spin class.
For a little bit of context, we are both in our early 20s, but she looked like your quintessential tall, tan, and pretty blonde, while I'm a darker skinned and built like a toadstool, short and stout. That's a good woman.
At least she's honest.
Like a toadstool, short and stout.
What is a toadstool?
A fucking mushroom. A mushroom.
Oh, cute.
We were both in our workout clothes, and a guy catcalled her, saying how good she looked in her fit walking by with his friends. She scoffed, turned to me, and said, "Oh my God, guys are so disgusting. You're so lucky that you have ugly privilege and don't have to worry about things like that."
She would have never said that, bro. Sean is on his...
She then got in a car with the guy she's cheating on with, and then he went and dropped their dog off a state away.
Yeah, right.
Frizzy went back.
Bye, Trixie.
Being floored and very confused, I asked her what she meant, and she clarified I clearly don't have to worry about things like being catcalled, harassed by men, or being discriminated against in the workplace. She also said that must be so refreshing and I have to spend hours worrying about how I look around.
No,
this is all fake.
This is fake.
She's honestly a total bitch.
I was so hopeful. There's so many fakers out there. There's so many fakers.
I just looked up asshole on Reddit, and nothing good came up. Let's see.
It'd be amazing if somebody came here with like the details of their legal battles and just disclosed them, anonymously, of course, but really give us like something to sink our teeth into instead of some like wedding dispute or some frivolous, meaningless interaction you had with your, bum of a husband.
Oh, am I the asshole filtered?
What?
Oh, wow. This is
filtered.
They filter for you.
Oh, fuck yeah. How do they filter? What do they weed out?
Let's see.
The fakers, the liars, the whores.
Let's see.
The scumbags, the cheaters.
Let's do top of all time. Okay.
I want to see some white collar crime here.
Am I the white collar crime? Am I the asshole for buying $50,000 guitar for $4,000 and refusing to sell it back when the buyer found out the real value? No, brother.
No, fucking you bought it.
Okay, so this happened a while back. This is a long one. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, don't do it. Give me a short one. Just look at.
Am I the asshole breaking my patient's confidentiality to tell my friend that her boyfriend is HIV positive? That's a tough one.
That's very tough. Well, you might lose your medical license, so I don't know if are you the asshole for the appropriate line of questioning. It's will I still be a doctor after I reveal this? So maybe like mind your own business.
Well, there's several things in this. Okay, we're just not going to read that, and we're just going to say,
we're just gonna approach it from the headline.
You are an asshole. You broke patient. That there's a reason that exists, and there's a law about that. The other thing is, if someone has AIDS and isn't disclosing it to sexual partners, they're also legally liable in California. And it's becoming a law in other states as well.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is
that true? It's now.
Yeah.
It's now a law.
If you have fucking AIDS,
even now
and you're fucking somebody,
now that there's basically a cure, now that it's not a death sentence anymore.
It's if they get AIDS and you have sex with somebody and you have.
Does anyone get AIDS anymore, or do they just get HIV?
Liable.
I don't know how it works. I don't know.
But you don't break patient, confidentiality. It's there for a reason.
Well,
you don't know. You don't know what they could be taking steps to fucking, prevent it. You don't know what their sex life is like. I doubt this woman. What if she doesn't know?
Here's what he. Yeah, what kind of fucking fake ass doctor is this? What the hell does he? How does he know that she is or isn't disclosing it?
Yeah.
She's telling you that she's not telling him about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you going to track him down? What are you going to Facebook stalk him or Instagram stalk him? And are you even a doctor, or are you just like an extremely bored person on the internet that wants to LARP as a doctor so that you feel some sense of importance in the world when in fact you're just a liar on the internet?
Oh, okay. So she was shocked about his HIV status and broke up with him.
She was.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta fucking
he could have
been.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, avert the tragedy, avert the AIDS at all costs.
Oh wow. What? Oh wow. This is what we end on.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not letting my husband go to the funeral of the baby he conceived with his mistress? Yes.
Whoa, now.
Yes.
Whose funeral? Say that again.
The baby he conceived with his mistress.
The baby at a funeral.
Yeah, the baby died.
How old was the baby?
A baby.
Yeah. What?
My husband of 10 years had an affair that lasted approximately 6 months. He cut it off when I found out and went to couples counseling. Turns out the woman was pregnant, though, and intended to keep the baby. I understood that if she gave birth, my husband would have to do his part in supporting the child. Tragically, though, the baby was stillborn. I wasn't looking forward to this baby coming out, and I didn't wish for it either. My husband's former mistress has sent details about the funeral. I don't think he should attend. I never got to meet this child and wasn't even there for the hospital when everything happened. If this baby was a child he knew at all, of course my opinion would be different. But as of now, I don't feel comfortable. It's a loss of life. You're a massive asshole. You're an incredible asshole.
He should absolutely go to the funeral.
This is holy shit. The first comment is holy shit. I think this one's above Reddit's pay grade.
Yeah, you know what? By the way, same.
You're an intense asshole.
And for that reason, we're out.